that North Carolina has more, a wider variety of medicinal plants growing and stuff in these mountains than I believe anywhere in North America. I believe that's number one.
It's even further than that. It's only second to the rainforests.
Well,
period.
That's what I'm.
Yeah, around the world. So.
Well, I think there's some areas
in the United States. There's nothing in Canada. Other than
to compare with the number of medicinal plants that grow
we
wild
have in this southern Appalachian area.
That's right.
Because what happened was the Ice Age came and pushed the northern plants down, and then we have the southern plants northern range, and they meet here in North Carolina.
So we have a wider variety of medicinal plants here than anything.
Beyond medicinal, for plants in general and species in general, there's only one other area of the world that has more than we do, and that's somewhere in Japan. But we have the widest species.
Oh, and plants in general.
All plants. So that's how come allergies are bad here, because chances are if you're allergic to some rare plant,
we have it.
that gives you spring
but that's
fever
the
or something.
Importance of golden seal, because golden seal is one of those natural things that helps you get over that
the
thing
allergies?
with the allergies.
Really?
Yeah.
Not Singulair like I'm taking.
No. Well, I mean that could help.
Yeah, that does help.
But
see,
obviously
but
that's all
golden
chemicals.
seal. I didn't know that golden seal
It's
did
wonderful.
that.
Golden seal is probably the best at controlling mucus for a plant
Really?
than anything in the world.
Well,
Really?
I'll tell you what I have found to be the very best
By itself.
Antihistamine is to clear up a runny nose and things like that is Jimson seeds, any of the Stramonium belladonna and their family. The seeds have atropine and stropolamine in them, and they are better than anything I have found over the counter. Now, you don't want to eat a lot of them.
Obviously.
Because wasn't that the thing that they gave you for heart that could be toxic if you got too many?
If you eat too many of them, they are toxic.
Is good
they're a deadly nightshade and what have you.
Yeah,
but you would need to eat hundreds of seeds for
death. But for illness, it wouldn't take too many.
You want to eat like maybe a dozen, maybe 20.
Wow.
You I crack them with my teeth as I eat them. You want to crack them open and stuff like that, and they last longer than there used to be contact capsules and stuff like that you would eat for a runny nose and all, and these work so much better than anything over the counter I've ever been able to buy, and they really will fix you.
I would put them up against Golden Seal. I really would, because I can put a stopwatch on Golden Seal. 16 minutes, it's gone.
That's
really
fast.
16 minutes, it's gone.
How do you ingest it?
In a capsule form.
In a capsule?
Yeah, because it tastes
bitter,
really bitter.
Really bitter.
The bitter of the bitters.
Well, some people make a tea of it, but it's a bitter tea.
Yeah, it's a very bitter tea. Now, I could have brought you a capsule of that, but I decided I wasn't going to do it because it's just too bitter for me right now. But great for digestion also. Before you eat a meal, just take a little bit of the tea. There's a lot.
The tea or the capsule?
Either way.
Probably
Either way. But I mean, if you wanted to do a tea, I would take it just before a meal, and then the meal would just take that taste out of your mouth and everything.
So you need a old Mercedes. What year Mercedes are you looking for?
81 through 85. If anybody has a station wagon that
early 80s.
Early 80s, under 250,000 would be.
Oh, that's going to be hard to find.
It is. It is hard.
Dollars or mileage?
Mileage. Yeah.
Just checking.
Yeah. The dollars usually run.
Probably about 10 or 15,000.
No, it's a lot less than that.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. It's somewhere between 4 to 6.
Oh, that's not bad.
You can go on eBay.
Well, you see, I have a hard problem with that.
He can't do eBay.
I know,
Yeah, I mean, people have tried to teach me.
I'm just telling you what the options are.
They told me.
You can go on eBay, and you can put out, I'm looking for this thing. And anybody who lists it will automatically notify them of someone who's looking for one.
Do you have an eBay account yet?
No, I got rid of mine. It took me 3 years to get rid of it. Yeah, it was terrible. They kept hounding me. But the thing is,
They never hound
there's a thing called Autotrader.com.
Yeah.
That I went on today through one of the local Mike imports stuff. He helped me with AutoTrader, and they found 3 of these vehicles around. 2 were in California. One was, all the way out somewhere.
So it needs to be in
Yeah.
a strategic location
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Have you tried CarMax? They carry cars that
There's been
that
a
year
couple,
period.
there's a couple of people, that said that that's not the best place to try, for some reason. Now,
Maybe because of the age,
Yeah.
but for a newer used car, I tell
Now
you,
look at
Oh,
that. Look at
it's
that.
great.
What
Look
is
at that.
what is this interference we see? What?
yeah,
It's not the TV set.
Look at that.
mm,
Whoa! Look at that.
Oh my
fading in
I'm
and
gonna
fading
go.
out.
I'm gonna go look at technical things.
Okay.
And when you, if
Okay.
you will,
Okay, so we'll talk about it.
Sure, we'll
if
talk
you
about it.
will, when that tea kettle goes off,
I'll pour it. Don't worry,
Yeah.
I can handle that.
now
Okay.
it's see.
It was
So-
Jonathan. He was playing around.
You think? I wouldn't think that Jonathan would do
I'm
that.
only kidding. I am only
Okay.
kidding. No,
Okay.
Jonathan would not do that. I
It's,
know that-
it's time. I think it's time to invite for tea. If we could invite any of the kids that were here this past week, or earlier this week, and did the camp, the video camp. Any of the kids would like to come and talk about their experience with the video camp. I know a lot of the parents came down here and watched the show that they put on at the end, and no doubt a lot stayed at home. Any of the parents who would come and have a cup of tea and would like to discuss what their experience was and what they saw happening with their kids, what they thought about the video camp. This is Video Camp Friday. We're going to talk about video camp, and this Friday we are plugging the upcoming video camp because 6 spaces have opened up, and we were turning people away. There was none available, but now 6 spaces have opened up for video camp starting Monday, and we want to fill them right up. And so this, if any of the kids that were involved want to come down and be at the tea party, maybe we could give them decaf. Probably we'll give them the regular rocket fuel and send them home.
So then they'll be in your hair.
Yeah, and then and really any of the parents.
I would like to also throw out there to the community that there should be some businesses who for $200 to sponsor a
Yeah.
kid who can't afford to do this, and
Mhm.
let's get some real community activity going.
And let's get some
responses.
programming by
And-
those kids.
Yeah, and if anybody wants to send in $200 to URTV, I'm sure that we would be able to make that scholarship available to somebody.
And it would be
And what's
like
that telephone number again?
immediate scholarship, not going through any little filters where they take away half of it. The number for the youth video camp is 255-8848, extension 102. And if you're out of the county, 828-255-8848, extension 102, or email Jonathan Zarni
It's doing it again.
at
There you go.
Did that do
Yeah,
something?
yeah. That did it.
It did, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
urtv.org. Jonathan at urtv.org.
Great.
Yeah,
And-
I think that's great. If I had a
Yeah.
child, I would love to be able to do that for my child.
Yeah.
Because it's such a great learning experience and there's so much to learn. But yet on the other hand, it's amazing how easy it is to get just a little program put together. Because we have all this technology now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, in the past, the editing software that we have now on an Apple
Right.
used to be an editing machine that was about $100,000.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why we need to have a lot more people get involved now that the cost has gone down.
Yeah, because now
It's affordable.
production is for for you at URTV. It's
Exactly.
for you.
Yes.
So I think we need to get some seniors doing it too. I was thinking about that. You know, if you get some seniors with all of their world experience and what they know.
With the kids, with the teenagers.
Yeah, be great.
Yeah. Maybe go over to the JCC or something like that.
And you know the North Carolina UNCA has a
UNCA has that
retired
retirement thing. Yeah.
creative retirement center.
Sure, that should be plugged in here right away.
And the only thing that I see
Great
happening
ideas.
from them is one of the women over there just
Yeah.
talking about the fact that they have the center there. I really think that we need to take our camera over there and get those people to start talking that are hanging out in the lobby playing
Okay.
mahjong.
Yeah, right.
You
Is
know?
that what you saw?
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't see that.
You didn't see that?
No.
Oh, the little old lady's playing mahjong, and my friend tried to get in the mahjong class because he remembers his mother playing mahjong.
Yeah.
I don't know
And
what
so
it is.
when he got the list of all the things available for the summer, mahjong was on there, and I said, "Herb, you should go ahead and take that mahjong class." And he goes, "Oh no, I'd be the only man." I said, "Well, you would love that, and they would love you.
Well, that's
It's true.
So you just
It
go
is.
try to get that
That's a
mahjong class.
great
is
idea.
true.
I ought to do that.
Yeah.
I played mean mahjong.
Do you? Well,
Yeah.
that's what he said. It's kind of like not an easy game to play.
Well, no. I mean, it's a cross between dominoes and poker.
Yeah, so yeah, they have mahjong over there. You
And-
see them
and
out in the
you-
lobby playing.
And you bet on it, don't you? You don't-
Well,
I think you
you
could.
wager.
Yeah,
I
yeah, you could, but they don't usually. I mean,
In
it's
this
a lady, ladies game. So
Ladies.
See that little cook at the
I've
bottom there.
That's
I've
okay,
heard
that's
them
okay.
Can I put it there?
down in Miami
okay.
Beach playing for
That's it.
a nickel
Carpet, it's better
nickel
just-
a point or something.
Only a nickel. Don't you like to make jazz it up a little bit more than
Well,
that?
you can in mahjong you can make a couple of bucks doing this.
Can you?
Couple of-
I mean, if the bottom falls out of the ginseng market, you could always.
It's an idea. I haven't really even thought along those lines.
Well, they're
but
playing it over there in
however-
the
yeah.
lobby of the
However-
creative retirement area. You
Yeah.
can go up there and get you some games going.
yeah, the thing is that ginseng is not going to bottom out at all with anything. It's going to go.
Okay, well,
you know,
good.
you know, I
He's
sell
gonna be
out.
sitting on his ginseng
Yeah.
empire and
Yeah. I sell out every year of certain ginseng products. There's just not enough. You know, I get these calls from these companies that want to sell me these credit card things, and they say it's going to increase your business. I say I can't get any more supply. I can't get any decent laborers. Why in the world would I want to increase my business just to have people who are going to be dissatisfied customers because I can't even answer their emails? So, you know, it's really. Oh wow! That made somebody jump.
I'm sorry.
Every time. You're so cruel.
That's cruel.
Doing that as I'm taking my first sip
I
of tea
did.
too.
That was rude. That was rude. I'm sorry.
You have a mean streak.
I
in
just
you.
suddenly decided, let's blow
I've
the horn.
discovered with enough listening though that there actually is sort of like before the full ooga kicks in, there's a pre kind of thing. So if you're training your ear to listen for the pre, you can hear there's like the half-second rev up before the thing goes, so you can.
Yeah, but I
Steal
can't be
yourself.
listening
This
for
tea
that
is good today. Do you think the tea's
I'm
good
busy
today?
thinking about other things.
Good tea.
Can't be
Would
listening
you like
to
some
that.
more?
No, I think too much
Torture.
tea will really jazz me up too much. So I'm just going to stay with just one cup.
So, do you want me to call you and find out
Absolutely.
what the listing? Okay.
Absolutely. I need more help than, the Pope does right now. So,
Speaking about the
Oh,
I don't
Pope,
think
well,
the Pope needs help. I think George
Oh, he
Bush
needs
needs
help.
help.
talking about the Pope,
But
I
doesn't
always
know
like.
it.
I always
You
like to
know
tell
it.
this guy on TV, he said one time, this was a long time ago, he said that they asked the Pope how many people work at the Vatican, and the Pope said about half of them.
Now, you don't have any immigrant help? You said you had a hard time getting help.
There's a problem. I've tried. You mean Mexican, basically. And the problem there is that they have these leaders, these job leaders who speak English. None of the actually workers speak English. And the job leaders have a transportation taken from their place to the work. But I need in my business a couple of hours a day I need one person that I could work with. If I got 4 or 5 people, I just couldn't afford
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And I couldn't work them all day. That would, I mean, it would be 2 days' work, and that would be the end of it.
Mhm.
So they're looking for long-term.
Yeah, that's right.
Well,
Yeah.
what are you looking for somebody to do? I'm Matt, by the way.
I know.
Nice to meet you.
Well, I've got a couple.
Our local ginseng.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a medicinal herb farm, Eagle Feather Farm,
Nice.
and so and now I'm getting into green transit, an earth-friendly transportation service.
Very
And so
nice.
I need some help on the farm, more so than I normally do. I usually have interns and apprentices, but this year it's been a very strange year. They haven't showed up. Yeah, I've gotten one now, and she's on vacation. She worked a couple of days, and she had to go on vacation.
Well, what can you do to film about ginseng production, or do you want to give away your secrets?
No, we do a course, one in the spring, one in the fall, on ginseng and golden seal production. And this fall, on Labor Day, we always have it Sunday or Labor Day, will be Gary Kaufman, a very famous botanist in the area with the U.S. Forest Service, and he will be coming out. We're going to do a ginseng hunt. We're going to hunt in the woods
Are you
for the
gonna film
ginseng
it?
plant. Well, that is a good possibility.
It's not like
now.
a snipe hunt, is
Yeah.
it?
Oh.
Have you ever been on a snipe hunt?
No, tell me about a snipe hunt.
No,
Oh,
wait
we'll
a
have-
second, let me finish that
Go ahead.
first.
Go ahead and finish that
Yeah.
first, and then we'll
So
take you on a
where
snipe
were
hunt.
we?
I said, were you going to film it?
Yeah, and so
And so you were like,
yeah,
Mom,
well, Raven-
maybe we could.
Raven's the person who's been filming with me,
Uh-huh.
and so if he is free
Mhm.
during that time, we may be able to do it. I haven't asked him because he's still working on the plant rescue that we did, and so I need to have him just fill. I don't want to give him too much because then he's gonna go, whoa, wait a second, and so that's a
Well, there's
possibility.
always in the future you could do it. If you do
Yeah.
it twice a year, there's always,
Yeah,
January.
right, but I don't always get Gary.
Yeah.
Gary, this is the only second time in 5 years that he's going to be
And
there.
how long, when he speaks, how long does he speak?
It's a 3-hour course, so they have both of us for 3 hours, and you get to really
A very
ask
unlucky
any-
soundtrack for ginseng farming.
Yeah. Unlucky?
Unlikely.
Unlikely. Yeah,
That sounds
we can't
Unlikely.
hear it, but piping out there is whatever's playing in the CD player is playing very lowly in the background
Uh-huh.
for viewers at home. So,
you,
It's
you
shape
can't-
static, I
you-
think.
You
Okay.
can't. You don't want to check out the field gear to film it.
Well, I'm going to be talking, so I can't.
But you could be filming it while you're talking. If you, what I'm
I
saying is
guess you could.
Yeah, you
I,
can. Yes,
I
you can.
just
'Cause
don't
you-
have
you
the
have a-
capability of doing that, though.
you have.
Well, you'll need to take someone else along to run the camera.
I think so.
Davina
Are you
manages to pull
volunteering?
it off, but
Are you busy Labor Day?
she's a woman of great talent, so not all of us
Let
can
me
be
think
Davine.
about it.
Okay, you think
Let me
about it. And then you get to see the farm.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, and I'll even give you lunch.
It's amazing what free lunch can accomplish sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Will I get some ginseng?
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
And some ginseng.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll do
Sold.
it.
All right.
So,
Okay.
She's committed.
September 2nd.
yeah, I can do it.
Great.
September 2nd.
And that will definitely be one of the
Because I have my own
classes.
camera.
Okay,
That's right.
because that'll be one of the classes that we do.
Oh,
Yeah, because that
you'll
would be
be a-
great for URTV.
You'll be able to read some tea leaves after this cup.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, I got this one though. It says your future looks bright.
So I just have to film it. You don't do the editing of
Yeah.
Okay,
I've got some folks who've helped me with
it.
the
Right.
editing.
Okay, good.
That's okay.
Yeah. In fact, Ned Doyle, he just had a whole segment on green transit on the radio 2 days ago.
I don't know anything about green transit. I was thinking, well, you've got people coming to your farm to kind of hang out for the weekend, and you need to shuttle them back and forth. So, from what
No.
I'm thinking, is that what you're talking
No,
about?
this
Or
is
what
totally
green
different.
Transit?
Green Transit is a subscription, earth-friendly service for Asheville as an option to cars, buses, and taxis, and allows people to get into one vehicle going in the same direction and share the ride and share the cost. And the cost then comes down than them driving by themselves or going in a taxi. It's a little bit more than the bus. Well, it could be some cases. You know, if the bus doesn't go there, it's definitely going to be more.
But Ned Doyle, having worked several shows with, I had a big handful of shows with Ned Doyle. I have to recommend this fellow very well. Do you know Ned? Have you? Okay, he is awesome. He's awesome.
And he's going to do the voiceovers
Yeah.
on the whole program thing.
And he has radio voice. He is
Yeah.
radio man.
Yeah. He's fabulous.
He
and
is.
Just
Really
a
good.
great guy. Yeah.
Exactly. And knowledgeable.
Totally.
The expert in many fields.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
He's
So, and a good.
So you're doing your part to get out from under the clutches of the gasoline crunch that we're under by developing this transportation alternative.
Okay, let me tell you how this came about, because I am furious with the Department of Energy, Department of Transportation, both United States and state. I work for the state. I pass through money to all of the mountain counties, pass money through to Asheville, and I know how they work. And the system we have right now, other than a little facelift in buses in the 80s, is exactly what we had 30 years ago.
Well, I was thinking
hasn't
about that the
improved
other
at
day,
all.
how when I lived in Europe, the public transportation there is fabulous.
Yeah. Okay.
Fabulous.
Fabulous is right. Yeah. So what happened was I'm out in the forest and I'm doing my thing and I'm really happy, and then they come along and they start to talk about widening 240. Now I was the state rep who was here when Bowcatcher Mountain was negotiated, and dictated by Raleigh, and they swore to our council people that they would never widen that road, that they would build a circle around Asheville. They would never widen 240. And that's the reason that they got to do the cut in Bowcatcher, period. And when they came back and started talking about 6, 8, 12 lanes, you know, because you got exit ramps and everything that they're not even counting there, I got furious. I got really furious, because they're going back on a promise that they made to the citizens of Asheville and to all of those elected officials who are not speaking out now. And so I got to the point where I was talking to city council quite a bit. And when they came up with this idea to have this 90-day free bus thing that increased the transportation,
Yeah.
I said to them, and still say to them, by running buses running 3 to 6 miles per gallon empty is criminal to our air, period. And they need to get another alternative other than running empty buses at night or in the morning or whenever it is. An empty bus should not leave the station, period. And they should bring on private transportation with smaller vehicles. And so,
Yeah, I mean, they could definitely do smaller vehicles in the lower, on the non-peak
Hello?
hours.
yeah, so now they are agreeing that if you take a bus to work and the bus isn't able to take you back at night, they'll call a cab for you and the city will pay the cab. And that's part of my pushing them to think outside this box.
Yeah.
You know, that, we're giving free transportation and we're cutting down the air quality, which is still not true. They're still running empty buses. So I got furious with that, and it's an issue that all of them that have supported green transit can't argue with. I mean, an empty bus is a dumb idea, and yet that's the way the system works. And the system isn't able to put park and ride lots on our intersections of our interstates so that we don't even come into the city, so that we don't have the issue of building parking decks in the city when the parking deck should be built out on land that we already own, out on the intersections, and they should be running their mass transit out to these sections. You got an idea? Is the light bulb going on?
It's some sort of music is too much listening to us.
He's getting off on the music.
Yeah, I'm just getting off of music. It's probably having a little orgasm
Multitasking
over
the
it.
stimuli.
Well, that's great, but.
So that's why I got
I'm
into it.
like thinking,
So that's why
how come we're a big country.
Yeah.
Europe is so far ahead of us
Oh,
in
yeah.
public transportation.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not even funny. see us going in that direction because in Europe only the wealthy have cars.
Right. Right.
The wealthy. I mean,
Right.
yeah, you know.
Right. And
And
yeah.
you know, people like me, we wouldn't have a car.
A car.
In Europe.
No.
way.
Right.
No.
Just ordinary people would not have a car.
Right.
Would you, hi, Matt.
Hi, John.
Hi. We didn't really introduce Matt yet.
What?
There, would you care to read the morning announcements
we're
here?
pushing this.
I would love to read this.
All right, and comment as you will upon it.
Attention viewers. That means you. 6 slots have opened up for the youth video camp starting Monday, July 16th and running through Thursday, July 19th. Camp starts at 9 a.m. and ends 4 p.m. This is a video camp that takes place here at URTV. Students will have hands-on experience with cameras, blue screen chroma key. I love some blue screen chroma key myself. Blue screens are fun. Equipment, editing facilities, and studio. Snacks and lunch included. Free snacks. Students will receive a DVD of their finished production and membership to URTV, good for 1 year. Age range is 9 to 15, and the cost is $200. Don't miss this opportunity for your child to try something different this summer and be part of the URTV community. To register your child, call Operations Manager Jonathan Zarni. If I pronounce Jonathan's last name right, I know that's an issue. At 828-255-8848, extension 102. So, commenting once again, this is URTV's youth video camp. Your child between the ages of 9 and 15 can come in here, and from 9 to 4, Monday through Thursday, we're talking starting July 16th, so that's this Monday, they have the opportunity to learn how to basically make a little bit of TV. They get to make their own show, everybody working together, and at the end they get a DVD of it. Is that pretty cool or what?
Make of their own show.
Yeah.
They're gonna make of their own show.
Make their own show.
A little bit
And for $200 for your kid to learn some of these skills, I think it's a pretty good deal.
cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it gets them out of your hair.
And wasn't the last one? I heard the last one was pretty funny. Jonathan was watching some of it being made in progress.
We have a part of it here that John has threatened to put on.
I'll take it out front and see if we can
Oh, that would be great. I would love to see
see
it.
just a little piece
I
of
would
it.
love to see it.
I did try to catch a little of it. I was busy setting
Kids
up
can
the-
be so wonderfully
Indeed.
creative.
I heard the theme of. I'm not sure. It wasn't the one this week. It was the one of the week before. Hello, Jonathan.
What's up?
Would you like to comment?
What are you guys talking about?
The
Kids.
youth video camp.
Right on. Well, I was just queuing up of the first section of
Have you got some of it?
what they did, what they went live with yesterday. So I have it's
Okay.
gonna be a portion
So-
of their live program, and then it's gonna be behind the scenes
You want to
footage
come in and tell what you're doing?
from day one.
Excellent, excellent.
That microphone works.
Okay, well, for the viewers who are just listening, we have slots that have opened up for next week's youth video camp.
Mm-hmm.
And to show the viewers maybe who might be skeptical or might not know what exactly that is, we have the first one